Welcome to tonight's top news stories from around the world. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Noreen. Let's get started with the headlines making waves right now. New York Times declares Kamala Harris as the sole patriotic candidate for president. Trump's call for violence to combat crime sparks outrage and fear. New York City launches final phase of $2 billion Delaware Aqueduct repair project. Governor Hochul prepares New York for possible port strike disruptions. Biden administration extends asylum limits as border crossings drop. Ruth denies charges of attempting to kill former President Trump. Hurricane Helene's death toll surpasses 100 as Southeast faces recovery challenges. Angelina Jolie withdraws lawsuit against FBI regarding Brad Pitt altercation. Austria's far-right Freedom Party wins election, faces coalition challenges. Thousands of parrots take over Argentinian town, sparking outrage. Dikembe Mutombo, NBA legend, dies at 58 after battle with brain cancer. And World Cup hero Antoine Griezmann retires from international football at 33. You are listening to Headlines, now news in detail. The New York Times editorial board endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris, calling her the only patriotic choice for president against Republican Donald Trump. However, the endorsement did not mention Harris's name until the fourth paragraph, focusing instead on Trump's unfitness for the presidency, describing him as morally and temperamentally unfit. The editorial emphasized that voters who care about democracy should deny Trump re-election. The Times stated this truth should be enough for any voter, echoing sentiments from the New Yorker, which labeled Trump's actions as an ongoing assault on the nation's stability. While acknowledging that Harris may not appeal to every voter, the board urged Americans to compare her record to Trump's. They noted that Harris's campaign strategy might focus on minimizing mistakes, believing that being the only viable alternative to Trump would ensure her victory. The Times warned that a second Trump term would bring greater harm and division. In conclusion, the editorial board firmly stated Kamala Harris is the only choice for voters looking to protect democracy. Donald Trump faced widespread criticism after suggesting that crime in the U.S. could be solved in one really violent day during a campaign rally in Erie, Pennsylvania. His comments drew comparisons to The Purge, a dystopian film where crime is briefly legalized. Trump claimed that the current crime wave could be ended immediately with one real rough, nasty day. He criticized police for feeling unable to act due to liberal policies, saying they are told if you do anything, you're gonna lose your pension. His remarks triggered outrage on social media, with many linking them to past instances of violence inspired by his rhetoric. MSNBC host John Limmer labeled Trump's comments extraordinarily dangerous, referencing the violent scenarios depicted in The Purge. While some campaign officials defended Trump, claiming he was joking, his words raised alarms about their implications. Trump has a history of advocating harsh measures against crime and has previously called for severe punishments, emphasizing his position as the law and order president. As the election approaches, his controversial statements continue to draw scrutiny. New York City Mayor Eric Adams and DEP Commissioner Rohit Agarwal announced the final phase of the $2 billion Delaware Aqueduct repair project. This essential project, planned for over 20 years, aims to stop 35 million gallons of drinking water from leaking into the ground daily. The Delaware Aqueduct, known as the world's longest tunnel, supplies high-quality drinking water to New Yorkers. In the past 11 years, a 2.5-mile bypass tunnel was built around a leak near Newark. During the next few months, this tunnel will connect to the main aqueduct, sealing off the leaking area. Mayor Adams emphasized that New York City's tap water is the envy of the world and assured residents that any temporary changes in taste or smell would still keep the water safe to drink. The DEP provides approximately 1.1 billion gallons of water daily to nearly 10 million residents. As the repairs occur, more water will come from the Croton watershed to ensure a steady supply. This project represents a crucial step in maintaining New York's renowned water quality for future generations. Governor Kathy Hochul announced that New York State was ready for possible strike action at ports from Maine to Texas. Negotiations between the International Longshoremen's Association and the United States Maritime Alliance had reached a critical point, with a strike potentially affecting 47,000 workers, including 4,500 in the New York and New Jersey area. Hochul emphasized the state's efforts to minimize the disruptions, stating, "We are fully prepared to support our communities and to maintain essential services if a strike does occur." The Port Authority of New York and New Jersey worked tirelessly to expedite the removal of critical cargo, including food and medical supplies, from the ports. The governor reassured residents that essential goods would remain available and urged people not to panic by noting that pharmaceutical supplies primarily arrived by air. She also confirmed that home heating oil and municipal waste operations would not be affected. While Hochul expressed hope for a resolution, she highlighted the importance of preparation, stating, "We are working closely with industry partners to mitigate potential disruptions to daily life." We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. President Biden's administration announced new regulations to extend the asylum ban first introduced in June at the US-Mexico border. This action aims to maintain strict immigration policies leading into the presidential election and beyond. Officials noted that these asylum restrictions have been effective in reducing illegal crossings, which have reached a 4-year low. In the past 3 months, illegal crossings have decreased significantly compared to last year's record highs. The new rules disqualify most migrants crossing illegally from receiving asylum and change previous requirements for immigration officials to assess potential harm before deportation. The administration had initially intended the asylum crackdown to be temporary, linked to the daily illegal crossings averaging over 1,500. Under the updated regulations, officials can only lift the policy if that average falls below 1,500 for 28 consecutive days. Since the policy's implementation, the U.S. has deported or returned over 121,000 migrants to more than 140 countries. The administration continues to monitor these changes and expects further reductions in illegal crossings as a result. Brian Weasley Ruth pleaded not guilty to charges related to his alleged plot to kill Donald Trump at the former president's Florida golf course. During a brief court appearance on Monday, Ruth wore a beige inmate outfit and was shackled at the wrists, waist, and ankles. He appeared clean-shaven and sported thick-rimmed glasses, a change from his previous appearance. The charges were read to him by U.S. Magistrate Judge Bruce E. Reinhardt, who asked if he understood, to which Ruth responded, "Yes, Your Honor." His defense attorneys waived the official reading of the charges and requested a jury trial, completing the hearing in less than 5 minutes. Federal prosecutors accused Ruth of intentionally attempting to kill Trump on September 15. A Secret Service agent spotted him with a gun outside Trump International Golf Club and opened fire before Ruth could reach Trump. Ruth was arrested while trying to flee. In addition to attempted assassination, Ruth faces charges for allegedly assaulting a federal officer and 3 weapons violations. If convicted on all counts, he could face life in prison. Hurricane Helene left over 100 dead in the southeast as communities began to recover from the storm's devastation. Authorities worked quickly to deliver supplies, restore power, and clear roads after heavy rains stranded many people. President Biden announced plans to visit the disaster area later this week, stating he wanted to avoid interfering with recovery efforts. As of Monday, reports indicated that 600 people remained unaccounted for due to disrupted communications. Former President Trump visited Valdosta, Georgia, engaging with supporters and a charity group assisting those affected. The storm caused at least 116 fatalities, particularly impacting the Carolinas, where more than 70 deaths were reported. In Asheville, North Carolina, Megan Dry witnessed her family swept away by flood waters. Buncombe County suffered 30 deaths and over 95,000 homes were without power. In North Carolina, 46 lives were lost, and Governor Roy Cooper described the situation as an unprecedented tragedy. South Carolina reported 27 deaths, including firefighters, while Georgia confirmed 25 fatalities. Florida experienced 13 deaths and Tennessee reported 4 fatalities. Efforts to restore power continued, with millions still affected. Angelina Jolie reportedly dropped her lawsuit against the FBI on Wednesday, October 1, 2024, concerning documents related to her alleged altercation with ex-husband Brad Pitt during a private flight in September 2016. Jolie had filed a Freedom of Information Act request seeking more information on the FBI's investigation into the incident, which received significant media attention. During the flight, Jolie claimed that Pitt was violent toward her and their children, although Pitt denied that the situation became physical. Following the incident, both the FBI and the Los Angeles County Department of Children and Family Services launched investigations. By the end of that year, the FBI closed its investigation without filing charges against Pitt, who was also cleared of child abuse allegations by the DCFS. At the time of the incident, Jolie and Pitt shared 6 children aged between 8 and 15. In July 2024, Pitt sought to dismiss Jolie's request for access to his private communications about the flight, labeling it as a serious invasion of privacy related to their family matters. We'll be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for global updates. In Austria's national parliamentary elections held recently, the far-right Freedom Party emerged victorious, marking a significant moment as it was the first time since World War II that a far-right party topped the polls. The Freedom Party, led by Herbert Kickl, secured 29.2% of the votes, surpassing the center-right Austrian People's Party at 26.5% and the Social Democrats at 21%. This electoral success reflected a growing trend across Europe, where nationalist and anti-immigration parties gained popularity amid public concerns about inflation, the war in Ukraine, and increasing migrant populations. Kickl's party campaigned on a promise to strengthen border security and control immigration. Despite winning, the Freedom Party faces difficulties in forming a government as they lack a sufficient majority, and other parties, including the People's Party and Social Democrats, have ruled out coalitions with them. Kickl's leadership has been marked by controversy, including his party's previous involvement in a corruption scandal. As he seeks to govern, he must navigate significant political hurdles to establish a stable administration in Austria. The small town of Hilario Ascasubi in Argentina faced a serious parrot problem as thousands of colorful birds invaded. Biologists reported that deforestation in nearby hills has driven these green, yellow, and red parrots closer to human habitats in search of food, shelter, and water. Residents struggled with the relentless screeching of the birds and the mess they left behind. The parrots damaged electric cables, causing frequent power outages. Ramon Alvarez, a local journalist, explained that when it rained, water could seep into the damaged wires, cutting off electricity. These parrots create daily costs and problems for us, he said. In recent years, the number of parrots arriving in the town during autumn and winter has increased, sometimes reaching 10 parrots for every resident. Despite attempts to scare them away using noise and laser lights, nothing seemed effective. Biologist Diana later emphasized the need to restore natural environments to solve the problem long term. Until then, she suggested that residents develop strategies to live in harmony with their feathered visitors. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. Dikembe Mutombo, the NBA Hall of Famer known for his incredible defensive skills and signature finger wag, died from brain cancer on Monday at the age of 58. The NBA confirmed that he passed away surrounded by family after being diagnosed with a brain tumor in 2022. Dikembe Mutombo was larger than life, said NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. Mutombo was born in the Democratic Republic of Congo and later played college basketball at Georgetown University. He was drafted 4th overall by the Denver Nuggets in 1991 and enjoyed an 18-year career with 6 NBA teams, earning 8 All-Star selections and ranking second in NBA history with 3,289 blocks. Mutombo made a significant impact of the court through his foundation, which aimed to improve health and education in Congo. He also served as a board member for several organizations, including UNICEF. Tributes poured in from fellow players and fans alike, with 76ers center Joel Embiid calling him a role model. Mutombo's legacy as both a basketball player and humanitarian will be remembered for years to come. Antoine Griezmann, a key player in France's 2018 World Cup victory, announced his retirement from international football on Monday, ending a decade-long career with the national team. The 33-year-old forward expressed his emotions on X, stating, "It is with a heart full of memories that I am closing this chapter of my life." Griezmann made his debut for France in March 2014 and earned 137 caps, ranking third in appearances for the team behind Hugo Lloris and Lilian Thuram. He is also the fourth highest goal scorer in France's history with 44 goals, trailing only Olivier Giroud, Thierry Henry and Kylian Mbappe. He played a pivotal role in the 2018 World Cup, scoring in the final against Croatia. Griezmann also excelled at Euro 2016, finishing as the tournament's top scorer with 6 goals. His last major tournament performance was at Euro 2024, where France reached the semi-finals. Griezmann's decision marks the end of an era, as several key players have retired from international duty, including Lloris and Raphael Varane. Coach Didier Deschamps will announce the new squad later this week. We'll be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 19,516.44. The NYSE Composite is increased by 15.22 points or 0.08%. Tokyo stock close price is 37,919.55. The Nikkei 225 index is decreased by 1,910.01 points or 4.80%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,336.50. The Shanghai index is increased by 248.97 points or 8.06%. Hong Kong stock close price is 21,133.68. The Hang Seng index is increased by 501.38 points or 2.43%. Bombay stock close price is 84,299.78. The Sensex index is decreased by 1,272.07 points or 1.49%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. New York Times declares Kamala Harris as the sole patriotic candidate for president. Trump's call for violence to combat crime sparks outrage and fear. New York City launches final phase of $2 billion Delaware Aqueduct repair project. Governor Hochul prepares New York for possible port strike disruptions. Biden administration extends asylum limits as border crossings drop. Ruth denies charges of attempting to kill former President Trump. Hurricane Helene's death toll surpasses 100 as Southeast faces recovery challenges. Angelina Jolie withdraws lawsuit against FBI regarding Brad Pitt altercation. Austria's far-right Freedom Party wins election, faces coalition challenges. Thousands of parrots take over Argentinian town, sparking outrage. Dikembe Mutombo, NBA legend, dies at 58 after battle with brain cancer. And World Cup hero Antoine Griezmann retires from international football at 33. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all at TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV. And also in all European countries and Australia available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BT Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.